All right, welcome back, everyone. The next segment we're going to get into, the last of the big three, is our Sony E3 2018 predictions. So I kicked this off for the last one. So we'll just real quick, we're gonna do the same thing we've done for the other. We have three like kind of real predictions each, and then one kind of crazy wild prediction, and we don't know. Yeah, and we don't know each other's predictions. So if one of us has the others, we'll have to scramble and try and come up with another one. All right, so yeah, exactly. That does seem to happen a lot. So I kick this off for the last one. So you want to go start us off now?
My turn. All right.
Yes.
All right. So it's kind of already been announced-ish. I mean, we know it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But Bloodborne 2.
Okay.
The first one was super successful. I love that one. I wasn't really a Dark Souls fan for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But Bloodborne to me seemed a little more less controller throwy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love Bloodborne. So Bloodborne 2, I'm hoping to see some gameplay, some trailer or something, you know.
Yeah. So actually one of my predictions that I'm gonna throw out here is actually that the new From Software game isn't Blood. So From Software, they're the company that makes Bloodborne, right? Like I think it's not Bloodborne 2. I think it's a new IP.
But same kind of style.
I think it'll be in the similar style as like Demon Souls and Bloodborne, but I think it's going to be just something new, a new world, a new. I don't think it'll be Bloodborne 2. There was some, and I can't remember the specifics of it now because honestly, I'm not too into that genre of games. So I haven't followed it that closely, but I was reading up and there was some stuff that was leading people to believe it wasn't Bloodborne, just like the specific text they've used has kind of hinted more at some of their like previous games, that it's
okay.
I don't know, like they were using some kind of, I think it was like some specific like verses from like something from like one of like some other game that they've made, which is why people think that it's going to be possibly something else.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Don't take my word on that one at all. I know very little about the Bloodborne series and From Software in general, so it'll probably be Bloodborne 2.
All right, so what's your prediction then?
Okay, so instead of that, I'm going to say I think Ghosts of Tsushima gets another trailer. But it's I think we're still going to see minimal gameplay. This was something that they showed off.
Was that Hideo?
No. This is not Kojima. This was gosh, what was the developer? This was a game they showed off at Ghosts of Tsu. We're gonna do it live. We're doing live research right now. Oh, it's Sucker Punch. That's right. I knew that.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So they showed this at the it's like at the Game Awards or like the PlayStation, like the Sony like Fan Fest or whatever it is that they do at the end of the year.
I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't showed off at E3 last year. It came later in the year. At one of the other conferences, like the Game Awards or something. I think it was a Sony event that was just later in the year, and it was kind of like an unexpected like surprise. Hey, here's a totally new game. You should, if you haven't seen the trailer for that, check it out. It looks
I just wrote it down.
Yeah,
I didn't even know Sucker Punch like was even producing games anymore. I thought they kind of split ways.
Yeah, no, Infamous. it's in feudal Japan, and so you're like a samurai running around. But it was just very it was kind of very dark and like a heavy kind of tone piece is all they showed us last year. Just some kind of CGI cinematics, nothing really, no real gameplay or anything.
Right.
I think that game, but anyways, I think we're gonna see more of that game at E3 because the kind of fan reception to the original trailer was pretty overwhelmingly positive. But I think that'll be it'll be a fall 2019 game.
Okay.
So I think we'll get minimal gameplay this year. Mostly kind of cinematic in-game trailer, with maybe like a touch of gameplay, and then next year at E3 it'll be like their big blowout. Like, hey, here's a ton of information about this game. Here's gameplay. You can play it, and it's coming, October, November 2019.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my first one.
Okay. So my second one. So I have not finished Horizon Zero Dawn, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So I don't know the ending, but I'm predicting either a brand new one or a new IP. Again, I don't know how it ended, so I don't know how the finale happens. However, I'm thinking either they're going to expand on Horizon Zero Dawn or just completely go a different direction, because they've already established themselves as what's the developer's name?
Gorilla.
Gorilla, yeah.
Yep.
So they've already made Killzone. Now they made Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
They've already established they can make whatever they want now. They've made a
Yeah.
shooter and they made an open world. Like, those two, like, why not both together? Which is also another one of mine, was a new IP shooter.
Okay.
So that's one thing that, in my opinion, Sony's lacking. They don't have a really strong shooter right now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just all platformers, and Killzone was that shooter. So maybe they might do a new Killzone-esque kind of shooter with
All right.
open world.
Yeah, I could see that. I think so Horizon was last year, right? 2017. I think that released. So
I want to say 16, late 16.
Is it that? Was it really that?
Because the DLC just came out for it.
Zero Dawn. We're doing it live. No, February. Yeah, it was early. It was February 2017.
Okay.
February 28th. So yeah, I think it's a little early to announce a new game from Guerrilla. But that said, Sony loves to announce stuff super early and just kind of build that fan hype.
Well, I mean, look at God of War.
Yeah.
Like, that was announced, what, 2 years ago now?
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, I could see that. I could see it being, a Guerrilla Games logo, just a quick kind of teaser of
a gun.
something. Yeah, like just something. I could see that. I could see that on stage. I don't think it'll be much information at all.
Right.
We may not even know what kind of game it is. If it's not a Horizon Zero Dawn a new, a new game set in that world or in that that atmosphere, prequel, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I could see more from that studio being teased. Yeah. So my next prediction is I think we're gonna get the Last of Us 2 gameplay reveal this year.
Yeah, I got that.
So far it's just been all cinematics, CGI trailers. It's just been tonal pieces, right? There's nothing really gameplay. We had that trailer last year that was just like super brutal, where the lady's like being hung by the thing,
right.
And they like the people come in and kill everyone, and there's just like so much gore. It was insane. But I think we're finally going to get actual gameplay. But I think that, and I think we're going to get a general release window, and I think it'll be fall 2019.
2019.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's just their big game that they want to have in that fall slot.
Polish.
That.
I mean, they did just release God of War too, so that makes sense. Just
yeah, I mean, not even like the polish type thing. I just think that I think it's not ready yet. I don't think it's ready for this year. And I think they don't want to. It's not the type of game. That game is too big. That game is going to blow up everything around it. Why put it in the spring? I mean,
right.
Granted, they put God of War in the spring, which was quite surprising to me. But I think Naughty Dog is their tentpole franchise. So I think it's, I think at least they line it up for fall 2019. Maybe it ends up getting delayed even. Uncharted 4 was the same thing. It was marketed fall of 2016, and it got pushed right until spring of 2017. Right, it was something like that, or like a year earlier. Yeah. Yep.
I could have swore. No, Uncharted 4 came out in the middle of 2016.
So then it was 2015 and 2016. Sorry,
okay.
then.
I was gonna say because I remember because again I was on deployment, so I remember it very specifically. Like this guy had Uncharted 4 in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I was like, how did you get that? You know?
Yeah. That's what it was.
So,
Yeah, it was. Sorry, it was 2015 and 2016. It was like that's what I was going for. That it was originally announced like a fall game.
Yeah, I remember it got delayed a bunch of times.
Right, and it kept getting delayed until like it was May 10th, 2016 when it finally got released. So I could see something like that happening because this is the type of game where they want to give them as much time to craft just like a perfect experience. And so I could 3 years puts them at fall 2019, but then I could even see it honestly ending up getting delayed into 2020, early 2020. But I think they're going to target next year, fall 2019.
I could see that.
Yeah. All right. So that's my second one. Yeah, that's my second one.
Yeah.
You're up.
So my third one. So this is like a normal one, right? Nothing crazy yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully it's kind of like I'll just do one. Same company though. You already know I'm gonna go with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
Show me anything. Show me something. You know.
Yeah.
Like we've been waiting. Man, when in Kingdom Hearts 2, I remember the ending. I was like, oh sweet, there's gonna be a third one.
Right.
Still waiting. You know. So I feel like the fans have been itching for this more than Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion. Just because no one even knew that Final Fantasy VII was even going to get a remake, you know?
Yeah.
But they knew the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, but yet they've been focusing on Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a release date or something for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I mean, they've shown off quite a bit of gameplay. I think
like little like demos.
I mean, they've been showing gameplay. They've been releasing all their worlds. I think they said they only have one world left to release.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So, I mean, they've definitely been teasing. So they've just been slow. You know, it hasn't just been a big affair every time they announce information. It's not always at like on the show floor. It's not always on the expo. It's usually just like a trailer. Hey, here's the new world. So I think they said they have one world left to announce, and that game is coming this year. It's the release window right now is 2018.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think for sure that will be there. I think it will be a focal point. But it's also Kingdom Hearts 3 is PlayStation 4 and Xbox. So it is.
Oh, right. That is. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So it is multi-platform. So I think I think more likely it will be at. It'll probably be in both. I think it'll be at Sony, and then I think it'll also be at the Square. Enix. Actually, I don't know if Square Enix is doing a conference. They've done conferences in the past. I don't know if they're doing a separate conference this year.
Okay.
Actually, and I had that in my notes where I read off all the live stream times. Did I read one for Square Enix? No, I did not read one for Square Enix. I don't think they've done one. It's been, and if it was always like pretty small on the order of like the PC PC press briefing that they do. By like PC Gamer and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that being said, since Square doesn't have their own conference, yeah, I think you're right. I think it'll be at PlayStation. I think it'll be at the Sony, on the Sony floor. On the Sony press briefing, and yeah, I think we'll get the last world reveal, if it hasn't been already, and we'll get the final release date, which fingers crossed is this year, 2018. So let's see. So my last normal prediction is Final Fantasy VII remake update. I don't think we're gonna get anything crazy. I think it'll just be a development update, kind of hey, here's where we're at. There's been like a lot of crazy rumors flying around about that game, about how they've kind of like had to restart production and like move it to a new team, and then it was an external team, and they just said no, screw it, we're gonna bring it in house. We're gonna do it in house. They hired all these people, so I think that game is still very far away. I think they show off like a little additional footage. It's mostly kind of like placeholder type stuff, honestly, stuff that you kind of have to take with a grain of salt. I think that I don't even think they talk about a release window. I think it's 2020. Or if they do, they say it's fall 2019, and that game absolutely, and then just to give people a date to look forward to, but it's real, like they know full well that it'll get pushed into 2020. Because
did you see how they're planning on releasing it though? Like
the chapters or whatever,
episodes,
the episodes, yeah.
So, I mean, that's what they did with Hitman, but I don't know. I never played them, but I don't know. I feel like if they do that, it's gonna lead to not the full experience, but more of a movie, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd rather have them just release the game as a remake, you know, not episodes.
Yeah, but I agree that's how I would rather have it. Maybe that's the update. Maybe they come in and they get their development and they say, hey, by the way, remember we touched...
No episodes.
Yeah, just we're doing one whole full thing. We know that's what you want. That's what everybody wants. We're getting rid of episodes.
2025.
Yeah. PS6. All right, so so that's now your third one, right?
So
did you go first or did I go first?
This is my curveball. I went first.
Oh,
this is my curveball.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
The wind up, the pitch, new console.
You think PS5?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
So it's not PS5.
Well, I mean, you could call it PS8 by now, but no, just like what the Xbox One did, you know, just the X.
So something. like a Pro?
Super, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
PS4 Pro.
Yeah, Pro. Yeah, I mean, if you compare the Pro to the Xbox One X, the X is beating it by technicality and hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have your whole fanboy battle about it, but it's just the hardware for hardware, it beats it. Yeah. So I feel like PlayStation right now is threatened by that, and they need to up it. Granted, do they want to do that? I don't know. I mean, they just released God of War, so they could be like, hey, if you get this new console, you know, God of War will look even better. You know? So who knows, you know? Just curveball.
Yeah. Curveball, true. I think there's been a lot of rumors actually about like PS5 starting up lately.
Oh, okay.
Like obviously they are looking at whatever the future is.
Right.
Those things have such a long lead time. They're obviously already looking at that. So there have been some rumors flying around, even some rumors saying that like it was going to be announced this year and released next year, like PS5, not a PS Pro, but like actual new generation PS5 was going to be coming out next year. Honestly, I think they're not going to do any of that because they're the leaders. They're still selling so many consoles. Like why like the moment you announce the next thing, you're gonna see. I think you see a dip in sales, right?
Yeah.
So
because everyone's just gonna wait.
Yeah. I think that their next thing isn't coming till 2020. Honestly, I just don't think it makes sense for them because they're still selling so many consoles. So why bother? Like push it out a little bit further, tear it up in 2020 with a super powerful, you know, whatever the next big thing is, and hold your release until next year. Because I don't even think, even if they teased a new thing, PS5, just a teaser, right? Like, I think that alone would put a dent. They would see a decline in sales just for teasing that like the next thing is on the horizon. It's like getting a new phone,
you know. You don't want to upgrade.
Yes.
If you know there's something coming, you know.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So I don't know. But like I said, there's been rumors that it's coming and that it's getting announced this year at E3.
Right.
So
I don't believe myself, but who knows, you know?
Yeah. Yep. So my wild prediction is, which I don't think will happen, is PSVR 2.
What?
Yeah. I think they iterate on, to bring it up to standards with some of the other hardware out there, like Oculus and Vive. And I think they, wireless experience, like it's just a much better resolution screen. I think we're at that point now where wireless is coming to VR. I think it's coming this year, right? Like I think Vive was the first ones who were kind of pushing that just announced that. I think it's wireless, better resolution screen, but I think it only works with PS4 Pro. PSVR 2 only works with PS4 Pro.
I mean, I could kind of see that. Just update their hardware. I could see that.
If you want it like better, if you want the newest, best clearest, highest resolution wireless thing, you got to go pro for all the extra hardware that's packed in there. I don't think that'll actually happen.
It's a little hook,
but
though.
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta buy this too.
But yeah, that's my pie in the sky prediction. So, anyways, that's it for all of our Sony E3 2018 predictions. Let us know how we did. What do you guys think? Do you think we totally missed the mark? Are we on the ball? Tell us your predictions. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Hey everyone, thanks for watching Game Tangent. If you liked the video and you enjoyed the content and you want to see a little bit more, or if you're just like me and you're a super obsessed gaming nerd who likes to hear all about the latest gaming leaks, news, and rumors, then head on over to all our social media pages and follow us at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, all using the handle @GameTangent. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can try clicking on this one right up here, or you can subscribe right down here and find out when we're doing more stuff. I hope you do. See you next time, everyone.